Hey guys, today I got a special treat for us. I've been doing a lot of videos and I've been talking about the Scoremaster program and everything. So I want to get the expert. I got one of the leaders of the company on the line with us today, and she's going to go over everything. I've been bragging on Scoremaster. I told you I'm on Scoremaster. I have both my kids on Scoremaster, my husband's on Scoremaster, my mama's on Scoremaster. So today I have Miss Jimena Cortes from Scoremaster, and she's going to give us a breakdown of some new promotions they've got going on and just how wonderful Scoremaster is. I done told y'all, but now y'all going to hear it from her. All right. How you doing, Miss Jimena?
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Rhonda. I'm really excited to show this to everybody because as you guys may have seen from her previous videos and her YouTube channel, Scoremaster is very different. It does a lot to help you build your score quickly, but also protect it. So let me just walk you guys through how it works. And it's really so much easier to really see it and then to explain it to you. So I'm going to log into a test account, and when you log in, this is really the credit building part of the platform, and Score Boost is going to be the fastest way for you to get credit score points. So the reason why is this deals with credit utilization. So credit utilization is 35% of your overall credit rate. So now this test account, now your situation is going to be different. I don't know how much money you owe in credit cards. This test account, they owe about $15,000 in credit card debt, okay? If they were to pay that whole thing off, this shows them that they would add 78 points to their score, and their score would go up to 717. But let's say I can't pay that next month, but I'm about to go into a loan process. Maybe I want to buy a car or a house, or I want to get an apartment or whatever it is, and I want my score to be the best it can be before I apply. Then what you're going to do is you're going to set your budget, whatever that is, and then it's going to tell you, okay, this is what I can pay. Then it's going to show me which cards to pay it on and how much. The most important thing that it's going to tell me is when to pay it, right? Because this here shows when each institution is going to report to the bureaus. So you want to get your payment in at least 4 days before that happens, so you have the lowest balance showing that you can possibly afford. And so if this person does that, they're going to add 40 points to their score just about.
Right.
Now, funny story, when I first started working here, I had really good credit, 740, and could not figure out for the life of me how to make that any higher. And what I had done is on all my credit cards, even though I would pay them on time, I was paying them on the last day I possibly could, because in my mind, I wanted to keep my money in my bank account as long as I possible, because it's my money. But I didn't realize that I was actually hurting myself. And so when I started using this feature, my credit score went up to a 790. I was still doing everything the same. I was just paying my cards on a different date. That's it.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead.
And that's so important because not only, I did a video last week while I was talking about where people were asking how much should they pay down on their credit cards in order to get the score to move. And like I was telling them, the revolving credit has so much to do with that, and that is 35%. But see, the wonderful thing about Scoremaster is showing that date, because most people pay on the due date, maybe a day before the due date. And Scoremaster shows when you need to make that payment to get the most points. So that's good.
Yeah, and then also if you're gonna go on a spending spree, it shows you which card to put it on where you have the most time to pay it back, so it doesn't affect your score. So pretty good there. Now the next part of your credit grade that is a big chunk is going to be your late payments. That's another third, or just payment history rather. That's 30% of your overall grade. So right here we're covering 65% of the grade. You follow this plan, right? And that's usually like some of the biggest things. So this is going to walk you through a tutorial, and it's first going to show you which accounts are helping your score and then which ones are hurting your score. Now, most credit monitoring services are going to stop there, and they're going to give you some advice, maybe a little simulator as to what you can do and what not. But you still either have to do the work yourself if you've got things to work on, or you're going to need to hire someone to do it for you. With us, we're going to keep going and we're going to get a result. So we call it really taking an action at the end, but at the end we want a result, right? Which is something removed. So we can't fix like everything out there, right? But the 4 things that you see on the screen, we can work with. So let's say, and this is a Citibank account, I have a 90-day late. So let's say I really was 90 days late and I wanted to request a goodwill correction. I would go in there, I would select a reason from a drop-down menu, or if I don't see my reason in there, I could type in my own. And then when I hit next and I hit confirm mail delivery, what we're going to do is we're going to send a letter or a fax, but it's a physical piece of paper to Citibank on your behalf to request this goodwill removal, or maybe to report it as identity theft or a credit reporting error, you know, the things that you saw on the screen before.
Right.
And this is unlimited. So if you've got 10 of these, you can send out 10 this month. And if they don't respond, you can send out another 10 next month. You have no limit. So that saves you a ton of time and money.
It does, just to click it and go. Yes. So you don't have to worry about running to the post office, running it down, finding the address to send it to or the fax number to send it to. Is all included right there in Scoremaster. You can't beat that.
Exactly. So then, you know, the other thing is too, now that you've built up your score, you've got this great score, it's kind of like having braces. You know, you get your braces put in, now your teeth are all straight and you get them taken out, but you're not done. This is just the beginning. Now you got to wear this retainer in your mouth the rest of your life. Otherwise your teeth get crooked again. Well, credit is very similar. Now that you've got something that's great, you've got something that people want, that people could steal from you, and people could really hurt you with if they do steal it. And then you're back to square one. And it can be very costly, very stressful to have these things happen. We've built in a lot of ways for you to maintain this great new score that you worked so hard to get. So before we go down there, just here you can see if you want to get your 3 bureau report and scores, you can do that. The score that you see up here is being pulled from TransUnion. It's the Vantage 3.0. But going back to protecting this great score now, right? We've built in $1 million of identity fraud insurance. It's going to cover you and your entire household. Now, there's other companies out there that sell just this service alone for anywhere from $10 to $24 a month. This is included in your membership. Another thing that we've built in to help protect you against fraud and also help you have an idea of your finances is the money manager. So what you can do in here is you can come in, you can connect all your checking and savings accounts, all your investments like Ameritrade or anything like that. You can connect all your credit cards, all your loans, really get a picture of your finances, but more importantly, really like what I love is being able to monitor the transactions on these important accounts. So what I've done, right, like I have a ton of credit cards and my credit cards get compromised more often than I would like.
You got that right.
So what you could do is you can go to alerts and you go to your alert settings. I have mine on 0, but if you don't want to get alerts for anything, let's say like over $100, you could do that. I like to choose 0 because every morning I get a text message and an email of all of my transactions. And so I can quickly see if all of that was stuff that I did. And if it's not, I can call my credit card company and know that it was fraud. Or let's say you share credit cards with different people, you can see what all they're charging.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I was talking about with my daughter being authorized user on my account, on my, Walmart account. That way I can keep up with it, 2 different ways. And definitely, especially when you're going to share those accounts with someone else, you just never know what they're doing. And this way it can make it easy for you to keep track of that. I like that too.
Yeah, so I love that about it. And then the last thing that I will show you guys, now this feature here, unfortunately on the test account, it doesn't work because it's a test account, but what this is going to do, this is Privacy Master. So there's a ton of websites out there that have your personal information, like there's Truth Finder, there's Spokio, there's a ton of them, right? And so what we do is because we have your credit information, our system will search these sites to see if your information is on these sites. Then it will show you a screenshot of, is this you? And if it is you and you want to request the removal of that information from that site, we can do that. So for example, like on my account, I've been removed off of 21 sites, and these sites had information like where I currently live, where I used to live, like past 3 addresses, who my mom is, where she lives, on certain people, like if you have kids, it'll have who your kids are, where they go to school. So not only could someone use this to, you know, steal your identity and rack up debt on your name, which we don't want, but then there's also the stalkerish side of things. If someone just shows up at your house, and shows up at your kid's school, you know, this gives you power over your information. Now, you might not care whether that stuff's out there or not, but a lot of people do, and they don't want random strangers showing up at their house. So we help you remove that. And, you know, there's other companies out there that sell this service, and they're selling it from anywhere from $15 to $28 a month. So really the value of what you're getting in this membership is definitely over $85 a month, because other credit, similar like do-it-yourself credit softwares, they're usually around $50 a month. Plus you have the insurance, plus you have the privacy master. So you're gonna get all of this. I mean, with Rhonda's link, you can get it for a $1 trial for 7 days. See if you like it, and then if you want to keep it, it's only $22.95 after that. It's pennies.
Yeah, you got that. You spend that much in lunch, you know, on a good day. So this is take you for the whole month. And I went into the privacy master, and you know, because you know, like being in real estate and mortgages so long, I always, you know, I have a lot of advertising out there with my phone number and everything, and it had all kind of addresses from years ago, all kind of stuff, and it cleaned it up, and it was like click, and it was cleaned up for me. So that's the other good thing, is so much of this is automated, whereas when you pay for these other services, you still got to do all the legwork yourself. It'll show you something, but this helps you remove it so quick. I love Scoremaster. Like I said, I got everybody on it. And you can't beat that dollar trial. You know, if you've been thinking about it, now's the time to do it. You know, I know as people are starting to get their income tax money back, you want to know what you want to, which debts you need to pay off, pay down. If you got some old stuff, now's the time to get it done, because you can get that dollar trial, and then you'll know where to use your money the best way to get the best points and everything, get your credit report cleared up.
Awesome. Well, Rhonda, thank you so much for having me here. If anyone has questions, make sure you ask in the comments. We do check them, and you know, we definitely love to help you out if there's anything that you're wondering about. So,
all right, thank you so much, Miss Jimena. I know they're gonna, I know they enjoyed it, and I know I did, because I know there's just there's so many features in here. I know there's some more that I could be taking better advantage of, but thank you so much for taking the time out to explain it to us.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right, bye-bye.